So now we've looked at the simple tenses and the perfective aspect with have. And now we'll look at the next aspect, which is the continuous or progressive aspect. And these are two different terms. You'll commonly see both of them for the same thing. And remember, the idea of an aspect is your time perspective on what the event or state, the verb that you're talking about, sometimes called the time structure, whatever that means. The idea of time having a structure, but it's the way you're looking at the time. So simple present, it's just a thing that happened, will happen. Present perfect, it's a thing that is complete. When you're thinking about the end state of something as it has completed. Now the idea of continuous, progressive, you can see continuous, the idea that it is something that is continuing. Progressive means something that is ongoing. So this suggests something that you are in the middle of. And you can say, I am going, right? Present continuous, I am going. This is something you are in the middle of. Something ongoing. You can say, I am going, I am walking. And this is where you have this big split between what are the stative verbs. Okay, so you have your event verbs, you have your state verbs. These don't work. See, so this is where you say, I am knowing, I am loving. This is where the state verbs, you would just say them in the simple present. But the event verbs that describe some kind of an event, which is most verbs, this is where you would use them here if you want to talk about something that is happening now. So this is the weird split in English, and we talked about this a bit in the first video, that English makes this major split between verbs like know and love that describe a state, and verbs like go and walk and many others that describe some kind of an event. And really that's what verbs are. Verbs are either describing something as a certain state, that we're in this state now, or it's describing, or we were, or it's describing some kind of event. Something is happening or something has happened. And it's one of those things you have to wonder, why does English do this? Why don't we just use the simple present? Why can't we just say I go? And if I say I go, it's simple present, so it should mean it's happening right now. But English does not allow this. English only allows this for, you see, these verbs of state. You're in this state. Okay, I'm in a state of knowing, you could say. I'm in a state of loving. So I could say, I know it, I love it. But for any kind of event, this is how we express what would be in most languages, what most languages would express using the simple present. This is the simplest possible thing you can say. This thing is happening now. You use this form. And notice that we use here the verb be. So just like the perfect aspect uses the verb have, the continuous aspect uses the verb be. And we combine that with this form of the verb in order to get the continuous. So just like with the perfect, I think, okay, it's have. It's have because you have the result. Perfect is focused on the result. You have the result of this thing happening. With the continuous, it's like you are in this state. And in fact, this may be in a way the explanation for this split in English where like it doesn't combine well with state verbs, because in a way, this verb already is a state. Like if I say I know something, I love something, I'm already describing being in a state of knowing, a state of loving. But with every other verb, most verbs, the event verbs, you add am here. You add the verb be, and it's like you're describing yourself with be. I am this. Just like you can say, I am somebody. I am, happy. I am going. It's like you are in a state of going. You are in a state of walking. So it's like turning that event into a state, saying this is what I am right now. This is the thing I am in. I am in the middle of going. I am in the middle of walking. So this is how we say in this strangely complicated and roundabout way. It's the way we talk about the simplest things of all, of just what is happening right now. This is how we say it in English. We are in this state. This is something that is ongoing, that is happening. And we are in the middle of it. So there's this sense of being inside something. I am going. It's like saying I am in a state of going. I am walking. I am in a state of walking. And this is how we express things that are happening in the moment. In the way, this is our strange English way of talking about the present. Turning whatever event it is into a state that we are in the middle of. This also brings up the fun point here that when we think of I am loving, it makes me think of the McDonald's slogan, I'm loving it, which, based on the standard rules of English grammar, would not work because love is a state of verb. And you don't speak of it this way. It's already a state. So you don't say, I am in the state of stating. I am in the state of being this state. I am in the state of being in the state of love. So, of loving. So this appears on it, like on the surface, I'm loving it appears to be ungrammatical. But this is really the cleverness of this slogan. I think it's really quite, you might even say a stroke of genius to play with the language at this level, that by using this phrasing, you turn love from a state into an event. And this is the kind of play, that it's always possible to do with language. No matter what the rules are, there are ways to bend the rules that can create interesting effects. And this one is a very interesting effect where now, by saying it like this, you're treating the state of verb love as if it's an event verb, as if turning love from a state into an event. You're turning it almost like into an action in a way. You're saying like this is an ongoing event, this ongoing event of loving, rather than this static state of loving. So it's a fun play on aspect in English, and it's always what I think of when I look at when you look at the difference between event and state verbs. And it's possible to do this with any state verb and possibly make this kind of play with it.